Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Behaaloscha in Perek Ches Pasuk Gimel of Bamidbar. We discuss that Aaron had been commanded to light the candles in the Mishkan, and we conclude by Yas Kain Aaron, and Aaron did so. Rashi brings down the Sefri, and Sefri says that this was the Shevach, this was the praise of Aaron HaKohen, because Shaloshina, he didn't change. Now I believe we discussed this in a previous short Vort, but I have some more explanations related to this topic of a Vayas Kain. So why is it that you would praise Aaron for not changing the commandment of Hashem? If Hashem commanded something to you, wouldn't you do it? If Hashem spoke to you, wouldn't you fulfill his wishes? So first we'll go some quick ones with the Rambam, Luminaries. He says that Aaron lit the Neros himself every single day, that even though his sons were eligible to do this job, he wanted it so much that he did it himself every day. The Chasam Sofer says that there was a choice of two mitzvahs that were conflicting in time: the Hatavas Haneros, cleaning the candles, and Makdir Ketores, to burn the Ketores. Now there's a segula for burning the Ketores for Osher, for wealth. Aaron did not choose this option. He had a choice of one of two. He chose instead Hatavas Neros, to be involved with the candles. The candles represent Or and Torah, and therefore he had his sons that was Mizaka to be great in Torah. The Sefas Emes gives a third explanation. The person also starts off something new and fresh. He's inspired and he's got enthusiasm, but over time he habituates. Aaron did this by Yas Kain. Aaron did this, as the Rambam says, every single day, yet he remained with enthusiasm and hislavos. Now two a little bit longer ones, one from the Dubna Magid and one is from shared by Rabbi Glatstein. The Dubna Magid says that there was once a doctor, and this is a parable, as is his way. There was a doctor, and he had these three patients with an identical deadly disease, and this expert doctor gave each of them the same prescription and instructions. The first one, he did exactly what the doctor said. He didn't do any further research, and he healed. The second patient, he knew a little bit about medicine himself, so he checked out the instructions, and he chose to, say, I don't believe in this one. I don't think this decision is right. I'm going to do it my way on several things. And he only took the medications that he believed in. He ended up dying. The third one, he was familiar with medicine and had an interest, and he would like to understand it, and he investigated, but he still did everything that this expert doctor said. He listened to, and he too survived. This, the Dubna Magid says, represents three types of people. There's the first person who'll do the mitzvahs Hashem said without any question, without any investigation. He doesn't need reasons, he just listens to Hashem. The second person is one who he's listening to God's commandments and he's saying, well, this one doesn't make sense to me, I'm not going to do it. That one doesn't, I don't understand the reason. After 3,000 years, I don't think it's current. So therefore, this person, he's going to pick and choose which of God's commandments to do. This is a big danger for him spiritually. And the third one is someone who he likes to know the reasons as best as he can. But bottom line, when push comes to shove, he's always going to follow Hashem's will and fulfill the commandments as ordered. So when it comes to Aaron, he was someone who he did the mitzvahs that Hashem did. Whether he investigated for reasons or not, I don't know. But bottom line is, whatever Hashem said to do, that's exactly what he did. This is a warning for those of that second category who are going to look for reasons and might start picking and choosing. If it doesn't fulfill my outlook, I'm not going to do it. I think that my modern methods and techniques are better and more appropriate, and I don't have to listen to these old and dated rules. And finally, Rabbi Glatstein, on a off-the-record shir, at least that it wasn't taped when he presented it. So he said that Behaaloscha is the 36th parsha in Chumash, and it's the parsha of lighting the candles. On Hanukkah, we have 36 candles, so that's 36 right over there. When the Hashem created the world in Bereshis, in Perek Aleph Pasuk Gimel, so he made the light that was really bright, and this bright light, it was changed. It only lasted at that pace for 36 hours. And that's why the pasuk says, by every other creation, it says Cain, Vayihi Cain. Hashem said this, Vayihi Cain. When it came to the light, the or, it just says Vayihi or. It doesn't say Cain. So now, when Aaron fulfilled the mitzvah of lighting candles, he actually brought back, during the time the candles were lit, that great light, that great or that Hashem created. So therefore, there's Vayash Cain. Aaron restored the Cain that was necessary. Instead of Vayihi or, it could have been Vayihi Cain. So here it's Vayash Cain, that Aaron helped restore the Torah, the or, at least temporarily. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.